But I would confirm that, the corporate life, for the good and bad, is something which actually drives you do things you don't understand why you're doing it with, and there is no disrespect to that kind of way of working or living. It's just that it's a machinery which you either follow that and live that, or you out.
Yeah.
And I worked on such an autopilot that I didn't even think that there is some other way of living. So now it's much more, how to say, free life. Freedom is, of course, very subjective term. However, what it means for all of us is that the more you get inside yourself, the more you feel that you live in a cage, and when you can step out from the cage only when you decide to live out of the cage. I can step into the shoes of those people who run these big companies. It's not easy. On the other hand, there are benefits, but as someone said, money will not buy you happiness. So you have all that responsibility, you have all that money, but you pay either with your mental health, or your kids grow up without you noticing. So that will never come back, because they're suddenly teenagers and you just don't realize. But back to the startups, I really admire people, like all people, but particularly people who start a business, having the courage to actually leave everything behind and do something. And it's like, people here would be able to tell you how every week it's different. One week you're completely down, depressed that it's all going down the drain, and the other week it's going, oh, this is going to be great and long-term business. And you go like this, ups and downs. And then you don't have money, you have money for 3 weeks, and then you need to get some funding, and you've been working on that for last couple of months, and it's just someone said, no, I'm not investing, and then everything falls apart. So a lot of complicated and complexity. So when you have a stable job, you just do 9 to 5, then it's like, okay, you work in a small company, you don't work 9 to 5, you have a little more risk, but this is like 100% risk. In the previous life, I was really trying to help people without them asking me to help. So because I was the brightest, I knew everything. And it has taken me years to realize that doesn't work. I see money as an enabler, like the cold, like the breathing. It's just what you want that to become.